The night sky over the Dominican Republic, February 6, 1996, was supposed to be a canvas of twinkling stars. It was a night like any other, serene and calm, with the gentle hum of the ocean waves in the background. The stars were scattered across the sky, painting a picture of tranquility and peace. For many it was a night to dream, to hope, and to look forward to the future. Instead, it became a scene of unimaginable horror. The tranquility was shattered by the sudden appearance of dark, ominous clouds that seemed to swallow the stars whole. The once peaceful night turned into a harbinger of doom as the sky grew darker and more menacing with each passing moment. Birgenair Flight 301, a chartered aircraft carrying vacationers and dreamers, was falling from the sky. The passengers who had boarded the plane with hopes of a joyful journey were now gripped by fear and panic. The aircraft, once a symbol of human ingenuity and progress, was now a vessel of terror, plummeting uncontrollably towards the earth. The Boeing 757 was en route to Frankfurt, Germany, promising a new dawn to its passengers. It was supposed to be a routine flight, a bridge between two worlds, carrying people from the warmth of the Caribbean to the heart of Europe. The passengers, a mix of tourists, business travelers and families, were looking forward to new adventures, reunions and opportunities. Now, it was a twisted metal coffin, plummeting towards the dark waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The once majestic aircraft was now a mangled wreck, its fate sealed by a series of tragic events. The cold, unforgiving ocean awaited, ready to claim the lives and dreams of those on board. The hopes and futures aboard Flight 301 were about to be extinguished, leaving behind only questions and heartbreak. Families would be torn apart, dreams would be shattered, and the world would be left to mourn the loss of so many innocent lives. The tragedy of Birgenair Flight 301 would serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of fate. As the plane descended into the abyss, the night sky over the Dominican Republic bore silent witness to the unfolding catastrophe, a dark chapter in the annals of aviation history. Flight 301 was no ordinary journey. It was a flight filled with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Each passenger had a story, a reason for being on that plane, and a destination they were eager to reach. It carried a diverse group of 189 souls, 176 passengers, and 13 crew members. These individuals came from different walks of life, each with their own unique background and purpose for travel. Among them were German tourists seeking respite from the winter chill. They had planned this trip for months, looking forward to the warm beaches and vibrant culture of the Dominican Republic. For them, this was a much-needed escape from the cold, and a chance to create lasting memories. Polish families excited for new beginnings. Some were visiting relatives they hadn't seen in years, while others were embarking on a new chapter of their lives, moving to a new country with hopes of better opportunities and a brighter future. The children were especially thrilled, their eyes wide with wonder and excitement, and Dominican locals returning home after visiting loved ones. They had spent time abroad, reconnecting with family and friends, and were now ready to return to their homeland. The thought of reuniting with their loved ones and the familiar sights and sounds of home filled their hearts with joy. The plane itself, a Boeing 757 leased by Birgenair, a Turkish charter airline, had arrived from Puerto Plata earlier that day. It was a reliable aircraft, known for its efficiency and safety. The crew had performed all the necessary checks, ensuring that everything was in order for the flight ahead. It was a routine flight, or so everyone thought, ready to ferry its passengers towards their destinies. The engines roared to life and the plane began its ascent into the sky. Passengers settled into their seats, some looking out the window at the receding landscape below, while others closed their eyes, dreaming of the adventures that awaited them. Little did they know, their journey would be tragically cut short, leaving behind a story of loss and heartbreak that would be remembered for years to come. The initial moments of the flight were uneventful. The Boeing 757, a marvel of modern engineering, glided effortlessly into the night sky. The runway lights blurred into streaks of white and yellow as the plane gained speed, lifting off smoothly from Gregorio Luperon International Airport. The plane took off smoothly from Gregorio Luperon International Airport. As the aircraft ascended, the city lights of Puerto Plata twinkled below, gradually fading into the distance. The passengers, a mix of tourists and locals, settled into their seats, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the cabin lights. The passengers settled into their seats, lulled by the hum of the engines. The rhythmic sound of the engines provided a comforting backdrop, a steady reminder of the technology and expertise keeping them aloft. Some passengers chatted excitedly about their travel plans, sharing stories and laughter. Some chatted excitedly, others lost themselves in books or gazed out at the receding lights of Puerto Plata. The cabin was a microcosm of human activity, each person immersed in their own world. A young couple whispered sweet nothings, an elderly man adjusted his reading glasses, and a child pressed her nose against the window, mesmerized by the view. The crew, led by Captain Cemal Buyukberber, a seasoned pilot with thousands of flight hours, ran through pre-flight checks. Captain Buyukberber, known for his calm demeanor and meticulous attention to detail, was confident in the aircraft and his team. His co-pilot, equally experienced, mirrored his actions, ensuring every switch and dial was in its correct position. Everything seemed to be in order. The instruments displayed normal readings, and the pilots exchanged nods of satisfaction. The flight attendants, having completed their safety demonstrations, began their rounds, offering refreshments and ensuring everyone was comfortable. But beneath this veneer of normalcy, a silent threat was lurking, ready to turn the dream of Flight 301 into a nightmare. Unbeknownst to the crew and passengers, a severe weather system was developing ahead. The altimeter, usually a reliable instrument, began to show erratic movements, hinting at the turbulence to come. The once calm and serene atmosphere inside the cabin would soon be shattered by the forces of nature, testing the mettle of everyone on board. Unbeknownst to the crew and passengers, a critical system had malfunctioned: the pitot tubes. These small, L-shaped tubes, mounted on the exterior of the aircraft, are vital for measuring airspeed. One of the pitot tubes, responsible for feeding data to the captain's instruments, had become blocked. The likely culprit? A tiny creature. It's believed that a black and yellow mud dauber wasp, common to the region, had built its nest inside the tube during the plane's stay in Puerto Plata. This seemingly insignificant event would have catastrophic consequences. The aftermath of the Birgenair Flight 301 disaster left a lasting impact on the aviation industry. Families of the victims sought answers and justice, while investigators worked tirelessly to uncover the root causes of the tragedy. This chapter delves into the emotional and regulatory repercussions that followed, highlighting the changes implemented to prevent such incidents in the future. Gap 3S. The families, shattered by the loss of their loved ones, faced a long and painful journey. Memorials were held and communities came together in solidarity and mourning. The emotional toll was immense, and the quest for accountability became a driving force for many. Gap 3S. Investigators pieced together the sequence of events leading to the crash. The blocked pitot tube, a seemingly minor issue, had triggered a cascade of errors. The aviation industry took a hard look at its safety protocols and significant changes were made. New regulations were introduced to ensure more rigorous inspections and maintenance procedures, particularly in regions where such insects were prevalent. Gap 3S, airlines and manufacturers also took steps to redesign critical components, making them less susceptible to blockage by foreign objects. Pilot training programs were updated to better prepare crews for handling similar emergencies. Gap 3S. The legacy of Birgenair Flight 301 is a somber reminder of the importance of vigilance and continuous improvement in aviation safety. While the disaster brought unimaginable grief to many, it also led to crucial advancements that have made air travel safer for everyone. Gap 3S. In the end, the lessons learned from this tragedy serve as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the relentless pursuit of a safer future.